My name is Eduard Ciobanu. I'm a senior double major in economics and political science. I come from the Republic of Moldova, so I'm an international student. And I also have a strong interest in business, which is why I had both of my internships in business and international trade. For the last 2 years, specifically the last 2 summers, I interned with ProChile USA. ProChile USA is an international trade organization that works for the Chilean government. So basically what it does, it promotes Chilean businesses and trade with Chile in the US and across the world. So overall, there are like close to 60 offices around the world, presence on every single continent. And in the US, there are currently 6 offices, and I interned in 2 of them. So in a nutshell, both of my internships with ProChile, I was responsible for doing research on companies both from the US and Chile and finding that niche that needs to be filled in. So if there would be like something necessary to be filled in the US, we'll contact some companies from Chile, or Chilean companies will contact us, and we'll find partners locally here in the US. So I was doing all the research, I was doing I was working the connection between the companies. So that was first. And second was promoting our services on the local market. So, as many of you might know, finding an internship is not always easy. I had it all set up for me. I talked with another employer, and we had an internship set up, but because of COVID, all that fell apart. So I was looking for a new internship, but like a few months before the summer. So I was really in a bad spot at the moment, so I reached out for some help at the Office of Internships. So they helped me out. There was an alumni that knew about Berea, and that alumni knew about someone who was looking for a hardworking student for this company called ProChile, and it was a heavily a business internship, and I was looking more for something about international relations, but I said I'll try it because I had the academic background for that. So I got connected through a Berea alum through the Office of Internships, and I accepted the offer. So I worked for ProChile, and that's how I discovered my passion for business and international trade, and that was awesome because I accepted the second offer for the second internship in Philadelphia the next year. So it worked out great. Because ProChile USA is a semi-under the government organization. They work for the government of Chile. They can't really pay their interns, even though they do business and trade. So this is when the Office of Internships helped me again because they funded both of my internships, which was really helpful because it allowed me to fully enjoy the internship and not worry about how I'm gonna manage my financials, where I'm gonna stay, and all of that stuff. So while my time at ProChile was really fruitful, I learned so much. There are also times when it was quite challenging, and I think that was lovely because through those challenges I had to learn so much that helped me in the future. I remember one of the main challenges was the technical skills. Well, the college equips you with theoretical knowledge, how you can apply that. It's a bit harder when you get in the spots there and you need to use like advanced Excel, or you need to do some real like data research from websites you never used before, like US Census Bureau or something like that. So I was put in the spot because I was given these tasks and I was like, well, I never used Excel at this capacity, or I never like did such in-depth research. So the important part there was to vocalize that, to talk with my manager and say, look, I would love to do that, but I need some insights, some help. So that's exactly what I did during both of my internships. First, I told my supervisor, look, like I need some help with Excel. Can you like show me a few things, and then I'll do all of this. And we did talk about that, and then he connected with someone else from a different department, and we talked some. He showed me some tricks there. It was really helpful because after that, I was totally fine, totally comfortable with those tasks. And my second internship, I did more in-depth analysis, research on trade statistics from the US. So basically that was, I needed to work with like primary sources from the government itself, and those are pretty hard to navigate if you never like did that before. So again, I asked my supervisor, he showed me like in half an hour, I believe, and then after that I just started playing with those websites, learning so much, and I totally loved that. So those challenges actually like equipped me with these technical skills that I still use right now, and I'm so glad I learned. And the most important takeaway was that never be afraid to ask for help, because they realize you're a student, you came there to help but also to learn. So reach out, and even if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to your manager, reach out to your coworkers, reach out to your supervisor from school, do some learning on your own for sure. But at the same time, I realized that a lot of things that I learned here in college I could apply there. Like I took international trade and policy, I took international relations, I took some business courses on top of that. So first, when I needed to like do this research, when I needed to like look at the treaties between countries, like U.S.-Chile trade treaty, like it was easier to navigate that like 50-page document because I knew what to look for. I was familiar with this kind of analysis from school, so that was really helpful. Also, during my when I learned about interacting with people, doing marketing in my marketing class from school, I applied there while talking with marketing companies because we needed to do this contracts with the marketing companies from the US. So there are specific terms, there are specific understandings there that I needed to know beforehand, and because I took this here in Berea, I knew about that, so I applied that knowledge there, and on the go I learned more practical stuff, but the fundamentals really helped. Knowing those from college really helped. As I said before, heading into my first internship with ProChile, I was not sure what to expect. First of all, it was my first full-time 9-to-5 professional experience in a business environment, and while I had part-time experiences, I had summer experiences like more or less professional, that was like my very first in-office full-time job so like I was really not sure what to expect from that, and if I was gonna do well, if I was gonna like this whole business environment, like international trade, because it was something I haven't really done before. So coming out of these internships, I realized that I really like business. I like interacting with people. I like being amongst people and participating in all these business events. I'm good at that. I like that. So without these internships, I would have not known that. And right now, looking for a job, I would have not known what exactly I'm good at, what can I contribute exactly to a company or organization. So these internships really helped me solidify the skills I have and new skills I learned, like the technical skills I learned, helped me realize what I like in the professional field, what should I focus on, and now I would like to have an MBA in the future. So all of this came from these internships. I made connections there as well. My supervisors, people that work in offices around us, like I talk to them, we're still following each other in LinkedIn. So these are the kind of connections, resources that last for a very long time. And I learned so much from these people, which I'm really grateful for. Also, I got to live on my own, rent my own apartment, and this is life experience. No one can really give you that. So this was really cool. So one time we had this huge regional meeting in Houston of different companies that were affiliated with us, that we did business with, and it was just this happy hour, and people just there were dozens of people from all kinds of industries. They are lawyers, business people, government. It was really fascinating, and I got to go out there with the business cards and talk with them and share my contact information as a representative from the company itself. And that felt really good, because that kind of professional networking experience was not something I was used to, and being exposed to something like that while working as an intern, I felt like I was a big part of I was an integral part of the company, and it's a very memorable. Well, it's a very memorable day for me. Yeah. So I have two things I'm most proud of from these internships. First, at ProChile, we didn't just help big companies in Chile. We helped companies that couldn't really reach the US market on their own. So the fact that I could help those companies have a footprint in the US felt really good for me because I felt that I did a difference. Specifically, my first internship, we had a big business event called Health Tech Beyond Borders. We had about 50 or 60 companies, health tech and healthcare companies from Chile, and we connected them with like local stakeholders, angel investors from the US. And what felt really good after we finished that, the numbers that came out, and we were basically told that the overall investment trade numbers that are expected out of this event, based on what both parties said, were about $3 million impact. I would say flexible, and here's why. I believe I've had so many different experiences before college, in college, and I believe after college as well. I'll be exposed to that. And what I learned that being flexible is one of the most important skills you need to have. Expect the unexpected, be flexible on the spot, learn new things, get out of your comfort zone, talk with people, change your opinion if you see you're wrong. All of these screams people, be flexible. Don't lock yourself in a bubble and just do what you're comfortable with. Get out of your comfort zone, meet with people, try different projects, learn new skills, be flexible.